All right, y'all, so here's what it's like living with a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness, and as you can see, I've been doing some off-roading, so let's get to it. Now, since this is the Crosstrek Wilderness, it's only right that I took this joint into the wilderness and off-road where it was meant to be driven and tested. This is my first Subaru from Subaru, and I wasn't that hip to Subaru, but being from Minnesota, I've always seen Subarus, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting a car to do that good off-roading, if that makes sense. Like, I'm so used to taking SUVs off-road that I'm like, it don't got the ground clearance, it don't, you know, there's a lot of things that I was looking at, was like, how good can this really be off-road? I'm not gonna lie, this joint's amazing off-road. In fact, I can go through things quicker, maybe not as high or bigger rock piles and stuff like that as I can without worrying about messing up some things like I can in the SUV. But as far as just being able to hit it and go right through it, I was able to go like blistering fast in this joint through the off-road like tracks and different things like that. So that really surprised me. There's been a few things that I haven't liked living with as far as like the infotainment screen. I love the infotainment screen. I love the way this joint looks, but it can be a little laggy at times. Like when you first start the car up, going through the top screen, different things like that. And it can also be very overwhelming at times as well because it's kind of just cluttered everywhere. They kind of need a better layout and like display of things, like, because it is a bit overwhelming when you first get into the car, but at the same time, you like it so much that you're kind of excited to go through everything it has to offer. And I think it looks like it offers more than it actually does. Another thing, I don't like the drive mode selector. The only sport drive mode selector isn't on the screen, but you have your X mode that's in the screen, but you only have a sport mode on the steering wheel. And I don't think that just is like a known thing if you're not used to Subaru. So if Subaru wants new people to buy their product and understand their product, that has to be like labeled a little bit better so people can understand it. You know what I mean? Other than that, I really love the way it looks. Everything is cool. It's just a bit overwhelming, and it is a little bit laggy at times on top of the screen, like I said. And even the climate controls that are integrated within the infotainment screen, that could really suck on a really hot day because it's been really hot in the Valley in California lately. So if I'm filming here, Malibu, wherever I'm at, it can be like a bit overwhelming when you get in the car and it's baking in here and you're trying to hurry up and kick on the max AC and then the screen is lagging. Now, some of the things I do love is how well I fit in the back seat of this car. That's something I really wasn't expecting. Just like the off-roading kind of like surprised me and really took me aback. No pun intended, the back seat definitely took me aback too. I was like, wow, I'm 6'10" for those who don't know. So to be able to fit in this car, in the back seat with both my legroom and headroom, and this car really appears very small on the outside. But I figured like if you lay down seats, obviously it have a lot more practicality than most people would think. But I wasn't sure about how well I'd fit with my legroom and headroom being abnormally tall as I am. That really surprised me, which was like a super good surprise, obviously, because there's a lot of cars that I think are going to be able to fit my legroom and headroom in it, and I don't. And sometimes even SUVs. So to have that from a car, that was big time, I ain't gonna lie. As far as practicality is concerned, another thing that I liked a lot was the trunk space, along with being able to lay down the back seats and how much extended trunk space you have once you lay down the back seats, which was really impressive as well. And I think for everybody who's getting this car, I think you want to be kind of like a Swiss Army knife, like a one shot kills all kind of thing, or two birds, one stone, however you want to look at it. I think for a lot of people who are trying to get this car, I think it's important that it can do all things. You want it to be able to off-road really well, which it does. You want it to be practical, family hauler, extendable back seat, trunk space. Like, you want all those things to be really well, right? They don't have to be just blowing you out of this world, because you also got to understand, for the price tag of $33,000 with all the bells and whistles, this car is still. That's one of the things I really love about this car. The fact that it does offer a lot, and for $33,000, you're not gonna find too many cars that's offering everything that this car offers. Brand new 2024, out of the box, you know what I mean? That could go off-road, have all that space in the trunk, lay down the back seats, modern infotainment screen, you know, all those different things. Now, this digital gauge cluster, on the other hand, I like the design of it, but it just looks old school. It looks like they put all their time and effort into the infotainment screen, and then the digital gauge cluster is only digital in the middle, and the actual analog speedometer and RPM band, I mean, they look good, don't get me wrong, but I think that should just be digital in 2024. Everything should just be digital. But at the same time, I understand for the demographic of people who are buying the Crosstrek Wilderness, maybe y'all might not care about that. But if Subaru wants to bring in more people, the younger, hipper crowd, and you know, all that good stuff, like, that's definitely something that it's got to be, you know, pioneered upon and innovated on. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take on that. We have no heads-up display, different things like that. But for $33,000, you honestly can't complain. Like, There's not gonna be too many cars that's 33 grand that's gonna have a full out, top level digital gauge cluster, fully laid out design, high resolution, all that good stuff, and that screen. Not for that price tag. So for what they're giving you for the price tag, I think it fits it. I'm not gonna lie. But other than that though, I mean, this car is pretty much has everything you need. I don't know about everything you want, but it definitely has everything you could need. And definitely for the people who are buying this, the demographic of people who are buying this, that's going off-road, camping, you know, living off the grid type thing, you know, living in the wilderness, you know, this is more than what they need, for sure. In fact, some people might want a little bit more bone gristle who have that kind of personality, who do those kind of things, in my opinion. But Subaru killed it. I like I definitely don't believe it's real carbon fiber, not for $33,000, but I love the fact that it has a carbon fiber kind of print on the door panels, the dash, and everything like that. There are little things if I want to be nitpicky, the fact that these sun visors don't fully extend, but you got the extendable thing right here. I don't like how the sun just pierces through on those sides, but I do like the card holder and paperwork holder in case you ever need it. That's pretty cool. Of course, we got a sunroof. Also wasn't mandatory, but definitely want. So really nice. Look at the stars in the wilderness. Sometimes, you know, that's the best place to look at it when there's no street lights. Kind of off the grid, look up, boom, Guardians of the Galaxy type stars, you know? And we do got heated seats. That's important, I think. And I kind of like the throwback to how the heated seats are a press of a button, analog button, not through the infotainment screen or anything like that. And this is probably the only car that I would say I actually like that old school kind of button, because it isn't very befitting of 2024, but I think it's befitting of how this car and what they made this car for. I like that. I'm not gonna lie. But I do wish there also was a cool seat option as well. But like I said, for 33 grand, you can't complain. You gotta just take that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take that to the chin, because this is a bargain for 33 grand. All bells and whistles, top trim. Got to take that one. Now, my overall experience living with this joint for the last week has been great. And honestly, I can't complain. The gas mileage is great. I haven't went through 1 tank of gas. In fact, I'm a little bit below a half a tank of gas. That's major. I like the cup holders, the circular inserts. One thing I really don't like, that's a pet peeve, is every time I want to use the portable or the wireless car charger, I should say, my bad, I have to press that power button every single time. I don't like that. I should be able to just slap my phone on that thing and do what I do. But for 33 grand, you really can't complain. You should be even lucky you got a wireless car charger. But this is how you want to know this car was really made specifically for people who might not be the most hip with technology, but they threw some technology here like that infotainment screen, because they threw an auxiliary cord. I can't tell you the last time I see the auxiliary cord in a car. I mean, can y'all drop some comments below and let me know, when's the last time you see the auxiliary cord in a car that wasn't like old, that was up to date? I do car reviews for a living, and I can't tell you the last time I see one of them joints. But I do like that though, so it's not cutting nobody off. For the people who don't want to go into the USB-Cs, USB this, and infotainment screen this, Bluetooth pair this, that's not the most hippest with technology. I can see that being a really cool thing. So I like the fact that they cater to those people who still want to tap in and slide that auxiliary cord in instead of doing all the extras. I do like that, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just funny because I hadn't seen one in so long, you know, so I am rocking with that. But back to the experience of the last 7 days, what has it been like for me driving this car for the past week? It's been really good. Good gas mileage, looks really good, goes off-road really good, comfortable, practical. I mean, it's checking every box. Like for the people, and you have to think, for the people that want this car, right, and that are searching for this kind of car, its competitors and what it's competing with, this car is a really great car. I mean, you got self-driving, that was the lane keep assist. I swerved a little bit. That beeping that you heard, that was for the lane keep assist. I mean, it's just really good at what it was made and designed to do. So I would say it's been really good. I would definitely buy this car. I'm not even gonna hesitate and say, or even play with you. I would buy this car for sure, because you gotta think, for the price range for what it's at, I think this car actually offers a lot. And I think it's a steal of a price for what it's giving you. That's just my take on it. Hope y'all agree. If you don't, it's okay. Drop some comments below and tell me what else stands out to you about this car, and what are the things that you would have liked me to mention that I didn't mention, and what are some things that I didn't know based off the car review. If you watched my 5-minute car review, go check it out, do that. And if you want to see anything that I'm doing with these cars way before I ever put them out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or any other platform I'm on, follow me on Snapchat. The link is below in the description. Make sure you rock with me on there, and it's popping up right there on the screen as well. So make sure you follow me on there, because you're getting it in real time over there when I have the cars. And obviously I still have the car, but you're getting it in real time way before the production and editing and everything like that. So if you want the raw, unfiltered, Tall Guy, Top of the Move reviews on Snapchat. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat because that's where you get it at first, and don't miss it. Hope you enjoyed this video, man. And I enjoyed making it. I've been enjoying having these cars. Shout out to Subaru for sending me this car, and I look forward to getting a whole lot more cars from Subaru. So I hope y'all look forward to those ones as well for all my Subaru lovers, and I'll catch you on the next one.